Number 16 TV is Cuz OP here, back with another reaction. This time I'm reacting to Trap Lord Ross, King Von underestimate Quando Rondo screwed that night he got killed, unfortunately. Screw quitting starting 3, 2, 1. Video playing now.
But
they gotta
he
fix
talked about before Quando and Vaughn ran into each other, Vaughn said that he's going to put hands on Quando when he sees him. So he basically said what he's about to do.
Yep.
What exactly was that?
There was a few tweets back and forth because Lil Reese kind of involved himself in it too. Lil Reese said he was going to catch Quando on Twitter, and then Quando was, because Academics reposted it, and then Quando posted something saying, "Oh, you guys don't deserve to live no more. Fuck Academics." And so it was like all this stuff was going on, and this was when Quando released that tape. I think it's called Diary of a Lost Child. Did really poorly, had really low sales. I think Quando's music's fire. I feel like it was unfair that he did so badly.
I ain't gonna lie, Quando has really good music. It doesn't even make sense how good it is. Sometimes it's like, damn, this little dude good. And I mean little, small. He might be younger than me though. But
Quando was down bad at that point. Everyone was clowning him. They were clowning his sales. Academics was roasting him. Reese was tweeting that he was going to catch him. I can't remember. I don't think Vaughn tweeted at Quando, "I'm going to catch you," but Quando, Vaughn was tweeting stuff like, you know, when I see you, ain't going to be no talking, it's just going to be fighting, or stuff like that. But it was
Oba tweeted basically confirmed it.
Yeah, but the funny thing about that,
he said that what happened that night, Vaughn said he was going to do.
Exactly, but you know what is even more crazy about that, and this is something a lot of people missed, and this is in my video about Lil Tim and that whole thing that went on. When that was going on, if you go back and look at Lil Tim's old tweets, he's tweeting, "These guys from Chicago better chill out on Quando." He's with a bullet hole emoji. You know, that tweet's there. That was September 2020. So we're talking like 2 months before Von got killed. They're going back.
I don't know. That seems like a clear case of me saying we are trying to protect ourselves. Leave it alone. Quit coming after us. We're trying to live our lives. That's what it sounds like to me.
And forth. Reese is saying he's going to put hands on Quando. Von's tweeting, "When I catch you, ain't going to be no talking." And then Lil Tim's tweeting, "Chicago better chill out on my boy Quando," with a bullet emoji. So this stuff was loading. A lot of people didn't catch that.
Yeah, and then one night in Atlanta, they actually ran into each other. And I remember talking, I talked to, 100K Track. I also talked to, O Block Louie, who got shot that night in the head. And they basically said that
that O Block Louie thing is crazy. His shit is like,
there's really, when he puts his mind to something, you're not going to talk him out of it. You can't tell him to chill. You can't say walk away from it. He's going to do what he feels like doing. He has just a determined will to do right or wrong. In this case, it was obviously wrong with the way it ended up. So they see each other in the parking lot. Vaughn makes a beeline to Quando, starts throwing hands on him. And then that's where things get a little fuzzy. A shootout happens. They say Lil Tim killed King Von. But then, eventually, Tim got cleared of all the charges. So now they're saying that the police, I guess, killed King Von?
I think Tim killed King Von. I think it's the same thing like Butter doesn't want to say Von killed K.I. I think there's the O-Block guys. There's this thing in Chicago, people don't want to give the killer credit for killing their homie.
Well, it's not about getting credit. The police actually dropped the charges against Tim. So it doesn't matter who says what. And there's video footage.
Yeah, but I personally think if you will look...
And you making it all Chicago rules with also non-Chicago people. So, you know what I'm saying? You could say they don't want to give the credit, and I get saying that they don't want to give the credit. But threatening to chase these niggas all across the world, which was happening, is giving them credit. Like, we know you did it.
The footage is clear that Tim's shooting at Von, and then you can see the thing is. So bear in mind, I've made so many different videos about this situation.
I'm just making an observation.
Upscaled the video, slowed it down, zoomed in. You can actually see in the video. You can see the police car. You can see the blue lights on top of the police car at the top of the frame, and you see that after Tim shoots up Von, like that's happened, that's done and over with. Slutty and Louie try and execute Tim on the ground. You can see the gun jams. They're not getting anything out of it. They then run around the SUV, but as they get around the other side of the SUV, you can see 2 cops get out of that car and start shooting at Slutty and Louie, who are running past them. So it's clear to me that Tim was the one that shot up Von. Because that happens before the police thing pops off, right? And the police only really activate themselves after shots start firing. Like, once Tim's shots are fired, like, Tim gets hit and then he falls to the ground, and they're trying to kill Tim. You know, like, if you...
So basically, Quando's friend, to protect him, shoots Vaughn. And then two assailants. We not gonna name them though. He already did. Two assailants or whatever. They tried to shoot Tim after that, and it didn't work. So they got the fuck on past the police while they were getting shot at.
And you look at the right parts. Like I could point it out, but it's like the cops jump out and then they start shooting at Slutty and Louis, and that's at the sort of top left of the frame. And then obviously what ends up happening there, you know, Slutty loses his life, Louis gets shot in the head. But you know,
I know by the way
that
you did
video
that.
is crazy. There's so much going on, but if you slow it down and you know where to look, you can see everything that's going on, and this sort of play-by-play of what's going on. It's messed up, but it's like I've painstakingly looked over it, and I personally think it's obvious that Tim killed Von, and I would completely understand, like, how are you not going to beat that self-defense case? Like, this guy and his friends who were armed, because the cops shot and killed somebody who was armed, they were attacking us, I opened fire and defended myself and my friend. To me, it's open and shut. You got two dead bodies there that the police had to neutralize with guns. So, Tim defending himself when these Chicago killers are attacking his friend completely unprovoked seems like self-defense. But the crazy thing is, there's all these rumors that Tim was the King Von of Savannah. Tim might have had bodies back in the day. Tim was on go. Tim was a real shooter. And so what's really crazy about that situation?
So what does this past, is this past relevant to the fact that still in this case, fuck the past, still in this case though, he was protecting his friend, I don't think that it should matter that he did shit before.
Is just, you know,
it's still self-defense in
Von really
case.
just underestimated Quando and Tim's crew. Like, they weren't, you know, they were as real as Von's crew, and when it came to it, they popped off in the way they thought that they were going to pop off, and I guess Von just thought he was going to run around and bully and shoot everyone. Like, I dread to think what would have happened if Tim wasn't there. They might have killed Quando.
Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't aware that Slutty and Louis actually pulled out guns, because when I interviewed Louis, he said he doesn't remember anything.
I mean, I could see that.
I could see why. I mean, now in retrospect, I can see why he would answer that way. He got shot in the head and went into a coma for 2 months.
This is kind of unrelated, but this is something I just want to point out because I don't feel like people have paid attention to this. But there's something crazy about the fact, obviously, what happened to Louis is messed up, and he's obviously, that's a serious injury that he's taken right there.
Yeah.
But how crazy is it that Von spent years talking about Wooski got shot in the head, you know, Wooski needed medicine, we shot up Wooski, he ain't the same no more. That ended up happening to one of King Von's best friends the night that he died. It's just
they
like
were actually living together. They were roommates at the time that Louis got shot and Von got killed. They were living together.
It's crazy.
That was his guy.
Man, that shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna end it right there. That shit is crazy because if you see Louis shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Not like in a messed up way, but it looked like a big ass partridge right here. So like, that shit looks fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you. But go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Holler at me. Bye. Watch DJ Vlad for more videos.